Get away from him. You heard me.
You point a gun at her? Hey! Point a gun at her?
What are you doing? Where is it? I'm jealous. There's gotta be a bag. Where is it? Please.
We should get out of here in case the one with the hair actually wins.
No, don't leave.
Bye, boys.
Where is it?
My question is, what's your funniest encounter with a fan?
No.
Encounter?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if this is my funniest, but when Jen and I were on our honeymoon, we were on a plane and on our way to our honeymoon, we were on a plane and the flight attendant, showed us to our seats and he basically said, this should be a 6-hour flight or whatever, and let us know what you need. And then he would come back and talk to people in the other rows and he'd talk to us. And then we had like a full-on conversation with him just about like, where are you from? He's like, I'm actually from Tahiti and blah, blah, and I'm getting my degree in finance, but for now this is great because I can do overnight flights and make some money. And we just kind of like got off. And then on the way out the plane, he's like, hey, I hope you had a great flight. We're like, it was great. There was something a little bit. He's like, by the way, I want to show you something. And he pulled down his shirt and showed me the tattoo. Didn't make a mention of it for like 6 hours, and it was the first time I think I'd seen the tattoo in the wild, And I was like, no way! He's like, yeah, just, I love the supernatural, and I love your show Supernatural, and science fiction, this and that, and I thought it was a cool tattoo. We were like, thanks, man, and just like left. So that was kind of, I remember that catching me totally off guard, going like, I had no inkling. Sometimes when I talk to somebody, I can tell if they know the show. I had no idea. Jen had no idea. We were totally oblivious until finally, like, oh, on the way out, he like unbuttoned his whatever shirt, just a couple buttons and showed it. So that was pretty fun.
Please. Like I said, we are big fans.
Awesome. You know what? I got one too.
Wow. You are a fan.
Wow. Okay. His name's Chuck Shirley, and he's a genius, so don't piss him off.
And then I'm going to use some inappropriate language. I had a moment where I was in Whistler with the kids. We were like going hiking or going to see the bears. This is in the summer months. And I went to the gift shop because one of my kids had really chapped lips, and I was like, they're bound to have, chapstick. And so I walked in, I'm kind of going towards the counter where I imagine I'll find chapstick, and the girl behind the counter, she was Australian, but she was in Whistler at the time, and pardon my French, she goes, oh shit! And I was like, thinking like, is there a bear in here? Like, what's going on? And then the girl beside her, who was also working, looked at her like, why did you just yell that at a customer? And that girl didn't know who I was, and this girl was a big Supernatural fan, the one who cursed. She's like, I'm sorry. I was like, it's fine. Everything cool? Like, you all right? So those for whatever reason, the first ones that comes in my head.
You okay, lady?
Sam, is it really you? And you're so firm.
Do I know you?
No, but I know you. You're Sam Winchester, and you're not what I pictured.
There's also the fight you broke up in
Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes!
That's a good one.
That actually is a good one.
I enjoyed that one.
Have you ever heard that the story about a fight? Like, okay, my buddy Josh and I had gone to Switzerland to run like a marathon in the Alps. Not a good idea. And then we went.
I did not go.
Our families went to Lyon, and we went and watched the Women's World Cup final. This was in like 2016, 2016, whatever it was. And so we're about to leave, it's the day after finals, and we're sitting in the hotel, which was like a college dorm that had been refashioned into like a hip new hotel or something. There were these big glass windows that looked out onto the street. It's Lyon, France, it's a beautiful old town. And we see this guy and this girl, they're probably in their 20s, and they're like pushing each other and yelling in French. I don't speak a word. And our wives, Josh and I, our wives, are like, hey, that guy's beating up that girl. And we're like, oh, hell. So we get up and say, like, hey, keep the kids inside. And we run out, and they're yelling very passionate French, and she's yelling back.
Did you, like, do that?
I did, yeah. That's why I found a telephone booth. And,
See, look, I got it. Text back. Wait, Dean. No.
I'm sorry, Sam. I love her so much.
Hello, boys.
So I run out, and the guy's kind of sitting here like, you know, that's not anything, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, you actually just ordered a chicken sandwich.
It's on the way.
Very good.
And so I walk up to him, and I put my body in between his body and hers, and my buddy gets his body to kind of like separate them. And so now that I'm kind of in his way, he doesn't look at me. He's kind of like leaning. He's like, oh, mi amor, blah, blah, blah. Singing. He wasn't singing. He was talking. He was yelling. And then finally, I kind of just like stand firm, and then he sort of like takes a breath, and he looks up, and he goes, so very natural. And I was like, wait. And so he's like, oh. And she had left, and he was calmed down, and he just kind of gave me this look like, super natural. And I was like, oui. And we were like, okay, fine. And he walked away. And then he walks about 10 feet and goes, merci, Sam Winchester. I'm not sitting here, I'm like, my buddy Josh is like, what just happened? I don't know, like, it was the weirdest thing of all time. So we told our wives didn't keep our kids inside. So we go inside and tell them, and Jen's like, you didn't know who you were, like, you're making stuff up. I was like, no, it's for real.
Are you sure you got that right?
It doesn't make sense, but that's what he said. I memorized every word. For you.
Becky, can you quit touching me?
No.
Awesome. That's awesome. Right. Come on.
You know what? You're awesome.
Thanks. You too, I guess.